What up, fam? It's your favorite cousin, your favorite uncle, your favorite nephew, your favorite son, your favorite father, your best friend's best friend. It's me, Dr. Larry, and welcome to Living For You, the YouTube channel. As I always say, this is a safe space, a positive place in which we grow together and we unite together in order to just be the best selves we can be, not in the future, right now. Our goal is to have the most wonderful, deserving, desired, present life that we can have right now in this moment today. So that's the goal. For those of you who have been loyal subscribers, as I always say, I love you. Welcome back, family, to the channel. And this is surely to be a video that you're going to enjoy if you've been a loyal subscriber, family member. Those of you who are new subscriber and we're getting some every day, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You have made a commitment to peace. You have made a commitment to growth. You have made a commitment just showing up here to spread this positivity that we're emitting out on this channel across the world to whomever you encounter in your sphere of influence. And then to those of you who watch, because there are many of you who watch who haven't quite hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Why not? Why not join this great family with this great music and this great atmosphere of peace, positivity, light, and self-development and growth? So go ahead and hit subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you know when I drop stuff. Every so often, like last week, I took a little break off because I have to rejuvenate. This takes a lot of work. I know it might not seem like it, but it takes a lot of lighting and work and structure and organization and studying and meditation just to come here and give these messages. And I'm proud and happy to do it, but every so often I need to step back and fill myself up, because I can't pour into anyone else, can't pour into any of you if I'm not pouring into myself or allowing Spirit to pour into me for my personal growth. Those of you who do not know me, this is your first time seeing me or hearing my voice, I am Dr. Larry. I am an entrepreneur, but as it relates to this channel, Living For You, I am a certified life and spiritual coach. I own a business called Live For You Coaching that helps people process trauma. If you've been through a trauma, Live For You Coaching is the perfect practice to help you go through dealing with that trauma to get to the present state that you can be. I'm a life and spiritual coach, and so depending on what track you're deciding to go through, we can use whatever tools necessary that are at my disposal that I have learned and been certified in using to help you find your healing. If you want to know more about me, more about my business, and see what we got going on, you can actually go out to www.liveforyoucoaching.com. That is www.liveforyoucoaching.com. There you can find out a bio about me, but you can also see what we have to offer. We actually have one-on-one coaching, should that be an option, with yours truly via Zoom, via telephone. If you're in Southern California, perhaps via person, safely, of course. And then if you're wanting to just do it through yourself and go through your own self-paced course, we actually have a couple of options out there right now. The website is developing slowly, but hopefully towards the end of the year, everything that I want at that moment should be out there. So we're fixing and putting things out there. But there are two programs that are out there. One is a free one. It is called the Positive Me Assignment, Positive Me Exercise Worksheet. It's very good in helping you getting yourself into a positive space of self-thought, and from that self-awareness and that self-love, you're going out and you're making life better. And then there are other paid options, coaching options out there, like the Accept program, which is a great program to help you accept what is, based around Byron Katie's Accepting What Is, the work, but it's my take on it. It's my creation on acceptance and realizing that what is, and if you can't change it, you have to accept it either way. So go out there, see those things, www.liveforyoucoaching.com. And if you want to follow me on a more personal level, you can actually follow me on social media at Dr. Larry Smith on both Instagram and on Facebook. Yes, these are my personal Instagram and Facebook pages, and so therefore you're having access to me and to my thoughts. And I make commentary on a lot of things, from popular culture, from the news, from what's going on in the world, just what's lying on my heart at the moment. I'm quite frequent out there, so that's Dr. Larry Smith on both Instagram and on Facebook. And all the other things that you need are going to be in the description of this video, as well as the description of this YouTube channel. Anyway, I wanted to get on today and talk specifically about overcoming the obstacle of being stuck. I will be honest, because I'm a very candid person. I have gone through moments in my life, even moments this year, moments in recent history, in which I felt like I didn't know which way was up, down, side to side. I just was feeling like I was in a place, but I wanted to move. How many of us have ever been in a place where we're just like, I'm not moving, but I want to move? That means you're stuck. You're stuck in a situation, you're stuck in a relationship, you're stuck in a thought process, you're stuck in a life situation, you're stuck in a health challenge, and there's a whole bunch of things that you might be stuck in at that moment. And trust me, being stuck is not a good feeling. In fact, it feels kind of claustrophobic, because on one hand, you know you have what it takes to overcome where you are, but for whatever reason, you are not. Let me be clear and say it directly. The obstacle that you are trying to overcome is your own thinking. It is your own mind. No one can keep you stuck if you don't want to be stuck but you. That is the way that works. And so the goal at this point is to realize why your mind is keeping you there, and what does it take for you to move from that point to where you want to be, to get out of this rut, to get out of being stuck. And I know that it seems a little bit more challenging than it is just saying it, but it actually is something well in your power to do. The one thing that I like to highlight on this channel, that I like to highlight in my life, anybody who knows me personally know I kind of speak this way. I do not believe in limitations. I do not believe that if it's within the realm of your purpose, if it's within the realm of your mind control, if it's within the realm of your power to change, there's nothing you can't accomplish if you put in the effort. You set the intention and you put in the effort, you're going to break through. So it's the same thing with being stuck in a rut and getting stuck in a position of not being able to be where you want to be at whatever moment, just feeling stuck. It's really the base of it is just a mind shift, just a mind shift. Because what is happening on a cosmic, spiritual, universal, higher level is you are creating in your mind barriers and consequences as to why you can't move. So for example, you might be a person who say, well, you know, I have this health challenge and I can't really move around like I used to move around, and that's why I'm stuck. No, that's why you think you're stuck. That's why you think you're stuck. If you can move just 1 inch, if your ability or your disability is not preventing you from moving at least 1 inch, then that 1 inch is progress. And so what you do, if your disability only allows you to do so much movement, you take celebratory actions and celebrations and praise and gratitude for just being able to take that one movement. And that's going to bring the encouragement and the universal alignment for you to make more movements. Think about it this way. Say if you're a person who wants to start a business, and I know about this because I've started several businesses, and I work very hard all the time. You guys would not believe some of the things that I am trying to do just to get to where I want to be in life, and help the people that I want to help, and change the world the way I want to change the world, my immediate world around me and the greater world outside. And so I do a lot of things. However, I realized from going to school for so long, from working on things that take time to build, that nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. And if it happens that fast, just as fast as it flickers and lights up, it can flicker away and go away that quickly. So it is important that you understand that sometimes it takes time, and you're being processed, or you're working on it, and then when it's time to move, it's time to move. I am a spiritual person. You guys know that. I believe that nothing moves outside of God's timing. So if it happens in a certain time, that means it was in alignment with where the universe wanted you to go at that moment for whatever particular time. I don't question universal alignment. It's just if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't try to force it, nor do I try to over-explain it. So at the end of the day, if you're in the rut, it's your thinking, but also it might be where you need to be for your incubation, for your simmering right in the appropriate time. You're always, 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 always where you're supposed to be at any given time. And that works for the good, and that works if you're in an unfortunate situation. You are still in the right place at the right time in universal alignment, and you have to understand that. But what I think inhibits us the most about moving forward is our thinking tells us we're not doing anything. Because what we're noticing is, say if you have a goal, you're noticing that you're not reaching that goal, but you're not celebrating the steps that you're taking towards that goal. So say if you want to complete a project and start a business and do all those things, well, maybe now you've done some research. You've Googled research on the business you want to start. That's a step. Celebrate that. Praise that. Honor that. Get motivated around the excitement of that energy. And that's going to move you to the next level. And then when you move to the next level, celebrate your progress. Celebrate where you've come from. Celebrate where you are in that moment. And take it bits and pieces by bits and pieces. Do not allow your mind to tell you you're not doing anything. Do not allow your mind to tell you that you're not progressing when in reality you are. Even if the progress is just as simple as you shifting your mind in the direction you want to go. Turning on this video and watching me say these things to you, and if this is resonating in your heart, is a step forward. So celebrate that, honor that, praise that. The rut that you're in is a feeling, right? And your feelings are dictated by what you think. And if you think you are stuck, then yeah, you're stuck. And you will be there as long as you continue to think it. Because as Wayne Dyer said, that resonated with me was seeing, believing is seeing. So you are what you believe you are in at the moment you believe that you are in that moment. So the key is to change your mind. Now, I'm not saying I have the answers to everybody's rut and where you are. I don't know everybody's situation, but what I do know, the one thing that is constant is the one power you have is your control of your mind and your thinking about it. You're only as stuck as you think you're stuck. As stuck as you think you are, if that makes sense. And so it is important for us to be able to see things as they are, but celebrate the progress that you made. You got up this morning. You guys don't understand. We are in a time period in which there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who aren't getting up in the morning, who aren't going to see another day. And so the honor and the blessing and the power and the joy and the praise moment is just the fact that you got up, amen? That you got up. Celebrate that. Enjoy that. Praise that. See, sometimes what I have learned in dealing with people, working with clients, talking to people, dealing with family, dealing with friends, all this other stuff, sometimes, and myself included, because like I said, I am on the journey, I am on the path. We are on the same journey and path. Nobody's greater, nobody lesser. We're all one in this journey. But what I have learned is that sometimes we spend so much focus on the things we don't have that we do not celebrate, praise, and honor the things that we do have. And so our lives is around focusing on what we don't have and how we don't have it and how we're not moving. And if your life is only around that stuff, I can understand why life probably would suck. Because you're focusing on what you don't want, by universal alignment, expanding that and experiencing more of that exact stuff that you do not like the way it makes you feel. But when you take responsibility and ownership for your thinking, you begin to see things. So if you're worried or praying for a healing from something, see yourself where you want to be healed. If you're praying and worrying and you guys, if you know me, I've said this before to you personally, friends that I have, family, you cancel out prayer and faith with worrying. Faith and worry cannot live in the same room, in the same space, nor in the same universe. Why? Because they're exact opposites. So if I'm going to have faith that something is, and that I'm going to do something, and that I'm going to create something, and that something is going to be what I feel and have been moved by whomever for it to be, I can't start saying, but I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe I was wrong. Start doubting myself. That's incompatible. Faith and worry cannot live in the same universe. So the point I'm trying to make here is that when you're feeling like you're in a rut, you're feeling like you're in a space, you have to understand that you have to take control of your thinking. Don't let your thinking run off into, oh, well, I can't, oh, well, I'm not, oh, well, I won't, oh, it's not happening. Because then you're going to get stuck in that place and life is going to feel like it feels. Whenever I get myself in a rut, and like I said, I'm on this journey with you too, so I go through my rut sometimes, but I immediately do something, right? Whether it's pick up a book and read or something. You guys know I like The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, but I like a whole lot of other books. Course in Miracles, you know, a lot of Iyanla Vanzant stuff, a lot of Wayne Dyer stuff. I read a lot of books, even some Joyce Meyers, and listening to some uplifting music. But I do something to remind me that nothing's working against me but my mind. Nothing's working against me. Everything works for me, but I have to have my perception on that, as opposed to my perception as to where I feel like I am at the moment in the rut. In other words, don't focus on the rut, focus on the reward. Don't focus on where you are, focus on where you want to be and where you're going. Because when you realize that the current works for you and not against you, you surf on the wave. You surf the wave when you realize that the current is going in the direction that you should be going. You glide on the wave. But the moment you try to go against the current, that's when you have the problems. The moment you go against the waves, that's when you have the problems. That's when your surf is messed up. And the worst way to do that is to focus on where you are and not where you want to be and not where you're going. So I know that sounds a little hokey-tokey to some people and a little simple, but really your mind is a very powerful resource. Think about it. Think about it. There is nothing in creation, no business, no Microsoft, no Tesla, no major businesses that exist that hadn't first existed in somebody's mind. Had Bill Gates say, you know, I'm not where I want to be, and just have given up, he would have never created Microsoft, becoming one of the richest people in the world. He saw his vision, his energy focused towards his vision, his mind was focused on his vision, and he accomplished just what he intended to accomplish. That and more, and so much more. And I guarantee you, if you talk to him, he sounds like a visionary, someone who's not stuck in where they are, but anticipating where they're going. They love and value and appreciate and honor and worship where they are, but they know that what's coming is greater. So that's what I wanted to get on here and talk about to those of you who've been in a rut, who feel like you can't move forward, or you're not moving forward, or wherever. You're not where you used to be, and you damn sure aren't going to stay where you are. So don't build your home where you are, because that's temporary, and the temporariness of it depends on your thinking and your thoughts about where you are, where you're going, and where you want to be. That's it. Love you guys. You guys know I do. And I get on here just for you. I put all this together just for you. And there's so much more that I'm trying to work on, because I want to change the world. I want us to get millions of subscribers. And I mean, I just, you know, and not for glory for me, but for glory of good, right? Glory of love. So that people know that there's places and people who have like minds of just trying to maintain positivity and light and joy. And we're being realistic about our challenges, but we're not going to let our challenges be our destination. We're here to grow. So if you enjoy this, like I said, like the video, comment on the videos, leave me some messages. I get some messages in different languages. I try to find translations for them if I can. But I appreciate those. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Follow me on social media. Give me information that you want to hear us talk about, suggestions, anything. We're here for it. So that's me. That's it. As I always say, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.